So I figured I'd do the intro while I let my little GROM clone here warm up, but we get comments on the channel, as you can imagine. There's a whole section for them, believe it or not. And recently someone asked, why would someone buy a bike like this over a larger motorcycle? And I'd like to point out that they were very, very respectful when they asked that question, so thank you very much. And I also thought that would make a pretty good topic for a video, so that's what we're going to talk about today. And honestly, I think that's a fair question, because what the heck is the point of these little things, these little mini motos? Your Honda GROMs, your Boom Vaders, your Kawasaki Z125s. Because they're not that big, they're not that powerful, they're not that fast. I swapped in a 212 with a 4-valve head on my Boom Vader, my Chinese clone here, and it's a lot faster, but it's not going to break any land speed records. I would say for what it is, it's reasonably quick. It does the job. Because, of course, it did come stock with a 125cc carbureted engine, probably made somewhere between 6 to 8 horsepower. But for the money, though, you know, like an actual legit bike, the one this is based off of, the Honda GROM, you're talking a couple $1,000s, man. I mean, even used, it's hard to find them for under $2,000. Average price I saw when I was shopping was about $2,500. That's why I'm on a clone, because it cost about $1,400 delivered. So I'm $1,400 into the bike, another $1,200 into the engine. But for that kind of money, I could have bought like a much bigger motorcycle. I mean, heck, my freaking 2008 Honda Shadow, my 750 Cruiser. Heck, I paid $2,800 for that. And even heck, similar money, you could find yourself like a Ninja 300, a Rebel, the older Rebel 250s, the newer 300s. If you look hard enough, actually not even really that hard, you can get bigger bikes for the same money. So what the heck is the point of this? The biggest thing is probably the weight. You know, this thing probably weighs 220 pounds. I weigh 215. We're pretty much the same in that regard. And I wouldn't consider myself strong by any means, but I could pick this guy up, flip it around if I need to, friggin' raise the back. It's a piece of cake, man. They're also pretty nimble, you know, these things turn in and out like nobody's business. Rocking these little 12-inch freaking scooter wheels, which I'm still on the Chinese rubber, so I don't want to go too nuts. They've been gripping pretty good, but I got trust issues, you know what I mean? And that's their main appeal, because honestly, these things are a ton of fun. Like an absolute blasty blast to ride. Because with the size, the engine displacement, I mean, it's essentially a street-legal pit bike. You can pretty much use all the power of this bike all the time. You know, it's that old adage. It's funner to ride a slow bike fast than a fast bike slow. And honestly, bombing through neighborhoods, This is a pretty good time. I've taken this thing up parking garages too and had a little blasty blast. Insurance is stupid cheap too. I think I got liability only on this thing because I'm not even sure I could get full coverage based on where this thing came from. I think I'm paying $6 a month. $6 US to be able to ride this on the street. Now they are classified as a motorcycle based on their displacement. Your local jurisdictions may or may not vary, so that may be a factor on whether you want to get one of these things or not, which I'm not here to sell you on this bike, I'm just here to talk about it. Or at least give my opinion. Now, if you look in the description of this video, there might be an affiliate link for Amazon for one of these bikes. That's up to you if you want to get one. If you use it, I get a tiny bit of commish. But I think the reason people gravitate towards these bikes is the size, the amount of fun they are, the maneuverability, and there's a whole community of people who mod these things, ride these things. There's got to be at least half a bajillion Facebook groups dedicated to mini motos, specifically the Vader, the GROM, pretty much anything you can think of. And it seems like everybody in those groups is pretty cool because they all share the passion for these bikes. There's not a whole lot of gatekeeping. There's not a lot of, you should just buy this, you should buy that, you're stupid for buying whatever. I don't see a lot of people being rude to each other. Everybody's been super helpful for the most part. And I've been bebopping around the internet since before it was cool, okay? I've been on plenty of forums, and there's a lot of buttheads out there. But at least in my opinion, I think that's why these bikes are popular. That's why someone may gravitate towards them more than like a bigger bike. Now, if you were to ask me, if you were to call me on a phone, first off, please don't. I got the anxiety. But if you were, and if you were to ask your buddy Lucky Aces here, hey, Lucky Aces, I'm going to get my first motorcycle. It'll be the first one I've ever had. I'm looking at a GROM. I'm looking at a GROM clone. I'm looking at a mini moto. What do you think? You think that's a good idea? Well, from someone who owns one, nope. Sure don't. If it's your first one, nuh-uh. If it's going to be your only bike, nope. This is not the optimal choice. And I say that, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to add a little asterisk right there, because I think if you're in a very specific set of circumstances, then it might be a good idea. If you're in a heavy urban area, and you're not going to even think about getting on the highway, and highway speeds, I include that as like 55 miles an hour and up. In kilometers, that's different. I think for the money, you're better off with either a Ninja 300, Ninja 400, like I mentioned before, the Rebel 300, the old Rebel 250s, even some of them like a Shadow 750, a Yamaha V-Star 650. I'm sure there's other sport bikes that are of similar size somewhere in there. Because on a stock mini moto, the most you're going to be running is like 50 miles an hour. And you're going to get a lot more use out of the other bike. You're going to get a lot more functionality. You're going to get a lot better usage out of it. Now, don't think I'm trying to talk you out of these things altogether, okay? These little mini motos are an absolute ton of fun. Just maybe not for your one and only. Now, if you already have a motorcycle and you're looking for something fun to add to your stable, I think these are great for it. If all your motorcycle needs are already taken care of, if everything else is spoken for, and you're just looking for something fun to goof around and rip around on, you can't go wrong with these things. And I was on the fence about getting one for a very long time. I went back and forth for years, possibly, well, at least months, trying to figure out if I wanted to get one of these or not. And that's part of the reason I ended up on a clone and not an actual GROM. Because I didn't want to spend a bunch of money to find out I didn't like it. But I gotta tell you, if you haven't ridden one of these things before, you definitely should. And if you'd like to see my first experience ever riding this motorcycle, the first time I took it home, you can check that video out right here. And as always, y'all be good. See ya!